Hello, I am driving back from my mom's house. I was in Calgary, like all of last week, but being with friends and talking to people, I was talked into something, and now I have to video document it because I do this every time that I do anything. I would say like 60% of the time, you guys never even see it because like things just don't work out how I want them to, or like I bail. But I like to film clips like this because then I have them for the future if I want to put them out. I am, for now, the second time, I'll kind of give you a recap on the last story, but for the second time, I am applying for Disney Cruise Line. Last year, April 2020, they opened applications through a third-party recruiting company, which is what you use using Procurement Ally if you're not American, and they opened up applications for Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, and that was kind of like my dream role. It's not offered through the 3-month program. I think you can get put like at Boutique, but not as a fairy godmother in training. You get put there as like a merchandise employee and you don't actually do the makeovers. So when it opened for an actual fairy godmother in training on the ships, and I saw the like qualifications, I was like, wow, this literally fits exactly my qualifications, because it wanted merchandise experience, hospitality experience, previous Disney experience was an asset, and then it wanted makeup experience. And if you don't know, I worked at Sephora for like 5 years before I went to Disney. Yes, I did my like meeting with the Procurement Ally, everything was good. She like set me up with an account to apply because they weren't hiring directly through Disney, they were only hiring like third party or whatever. So she set me up with Disney, she set me up with an interview. I did the whole like blue jeans interview with Disney. Went great. She gave me like all this information. The only thing they asked me was about Disney look, because this was in 2020, so they asked me about piercings and tattoos. I didn't have my nose ring at the time. I flipped my nose ring up, but I do have a tattoo on my leg. I told them that I do have a tattoo, and I've never worried about it because it's always been covered by costumes that I had, because I've always just worn socks in the parks, or because I worked in the industry. I'm pretty confident in like covering up tattoos with makeup if I need to. So I told them I wasn't worried about it. They said, okay, perfect, we'll send you some information. You just need to send the recruiter a photo of your tattoo with the approximate size. So I did. My tattoo is smaller than an inch this way and about 2.5 inches up and down. And I sent it to them, and they pretty much said, as per Disney, tattoos bigger than 2 inches by 2 inches are too big to be covered with makeup. Which again, I find very ironic because I was being hired for a position that was like cosmetic application. So of all the people who could have covered a tattoo, you think it would have been me? That was it. That was the end of it. They asked me if I would be interested in any other lines, like any other cruise lines, Royal Caribbean, Carnival, things like that. I said no, because honestly, at the end of the day, I was only really going for Disney in that specific role. That's where it ended. And then COVID ended up hitting, so people that I know that even got accepted for that role didn't end up going on any cruises, didn't end up getting embarkment dates, and are just getting their embarkment dates now, like June, July 2021. Sailings weren't happening, and then they started posting again probably about a week and a half ago that some cruise line was looking for, I think they said merchandise staff, starting like ASAP out of Europe or the UK and the US. They were looking for Americans and Canadians. I didn't apply, I didn't know who it was for. Talking to my friends who had emailed about something else, they were like, oh, that looks like it's for a different cruise line, because they were looking for fully vaccinated people, and Disney was offering to vaccinate cast. So I waited. And then on June 22nd, they posted on Facebook that they were looking for merchandise hosts and hostesses specifically for Disney Cruise Line, people with 2 years retail experience. I emailed, in my email, because I had already spoken to her in 2020, I pretty much said, hey, it's me again, went through this whole process in 2020. The only reason that I didn't go through with it was because I had a tattoo that wasn't approved by Disney. As you probably know, Disney look like totally changed about 3 months ago, because now you can have tattoos as long as they're smaller than your hand. Mine has to be smaller than that. I attached an updated copy of my resume, which literally was the exact same. I had done nothing different since then. The only thing that's different now is, before it was for boutique, which is still what I would rather do, because boutique is kind of like my dream role and something that you can't work merchandise or attractions or food you could do for CRP, and then obviously I did attendant for CEP. So I don't know, boutique was still like my number one, but it's obviously not happening right now because of COVID, and this was just for merchandise. I emailed her last night, July 4th, happy America Day, I guess. But I emailed her last night on July 4th, and then she got back to me like literally first thing this morning at 7 a.m. my time. She's at a different time zone though. And she was like, can you do a Skype call tomorrow? And I was like, yep. And she was like, okay, I can do 9:30 or 12:30. And I was like, 12:30 is perfect because I'm 3 hours behind, so I didn't want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning to do a Skype call. She replies to me, she's still my same Skype ID from before, which is under just my email, so it should be fine. But now I am on my way home to clean like the background, the back of my room. So that looks nice enough. And to re-download Skype on my desktop computer. So that's where we're at. I know people that are already going. Liam, you guys have seen before. Liam is starting his Disney Cruise Line contract August 3rd, which is so exciting, like less than a month. And he went through the same company, the same one as well. So that's kind of what pushed me to go. So I will keep updating you as we know more, but as of right now, I have, they call it not even an interview, they just call it a call because it's really not an interview. The last one that I did, they went over just like what the living situation was like and the pay and the role and what was included in your contract and all that stuff. As of right now, I have a call tomorrow. At the end of my last call that I had with her, she had pretty much set me up to fill out the Disney like onboarding stuff, and then she sent me a link to apply to set up an interview with someone from Disney casting. So I'm kind of expecting that'll be the same idea, but I will let you guys know tomorrow when I know. That's all I know right now, so we'll see. We had a slight crisis where this decided to happen. So we're back to the laptop. This is my very adult nice shirt on the top, wore a bra. Who is she? I don't know her. Leggings on the bottom. And now I'm gonna change because it's over and I don't want to be wearing a bra anymore. Pretty much they email you like this personalized link. It has the information for the recruiter here, so it's sent through the recruiter. But because if you go on the website, this position isn't posted on the website. It sends you to this. This is the cat. But it's your own page for, this one is Merchandise Sales Associate. It just has all this information. Y'all have seen it before. It's just like basic info. A little video. If you watch this, it's literally on YouTube. As merchandise host hostess, so nothing new. Stuff that applicants have to do: be committed to your contract, follow safety rules, all that fun stuff. Have valid passport, do a pre-medical check, which we talked about that, and bring shoes. This is just like more information on the role, more information, what you'll need, pretty much just your resume. So it'll take 15-20 minutes. It'll go through a bunch of these like yes no questions. I'm going to answer all these because they're mostly like, do you currently work for the company? Are you Canadian? Do you have a passport? All that, and then I will be back after this. Okay, we finished up cover letter and resume here. I just saved this as a draft. Also, you can see all my failed applications down here. Upload. There's my cover letter. I assume this is like a thing that everyone does, but I always like add a little nice little signature on the PDF. I just think it's cute. We're completed. She saved. She needs to review it, so I just saved application, and now we wait. Hello, it is the next day. That's why I look like this, and I'm back in my ugly pajamas. But they sent me forms to fill out. It's called Doc. The system is the same system that you use for international programs. It's the same system that you use for international programs. So if you've done like a CEP, you've uploaded things to Doc before, it's where you put your like passport and stuff like that. So that website is currently broken for me. I emailed them and they said we did a password reset and it's still not working. But I did just get an email from like the AI recruiter Her name's Olivia. But it says, hi, I'm a virtual scheduling assistant for Disney. I'm here to schedule your 30-minute virtual interview for this position. The soonest one is on Monday, which is kind of sad because she made it sound like they'd have this wrapped up by the end of the week because they weren't handing out more contracts until next month, if that was a thing. So I'm gonna go onto the website and see. I'm just gonna pick the early. Why could I meet it? I could meet on Tuesday the 13th at 2:30 in the morning. So I guess we'll do Monday the 12th at 1. I'm getting my vaccine on the 10th. So I'm really hoping that like I don't feel like absolute garbage. Chat box with AI. Oh, she's typing. Hi. Cool, and then it's a Zoom link, so I have to re-download Zoom on one of my computers. I want to try and do this one on this computer, so we're gonna clean off the desk, but there it is. We're scheduled for Monday, and we got a little email about it.